Hi there, and welcome to the third video. Wow, I never thought we'd actually make it to 3. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I'd make it past 1, but here we are. So I tried some new things for this video, as you can probably see. I filmed it from above this time, rather than from the side. And editing the footage together, I can see it's done exactly what I was afraid that it would do. A lot of the time you can't actually see what I'm doing because my hand or the pen is in the way, but then again, here you can see, so I don't know. It's up to you. What do you like better? Personally, I prefer the view from the side as I've done in my first 2 videos, but if people prefer this, then maybe I'll stick with this. We'll see. On to the picture. So today I am working on Artemis, who you met in the last video. I told you should get used to seeing her. And the man is Aleksei. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Aleksei. That's my friend, the MS Goth Girls character. We're working on a story at the moment involving the 2 of them. And they're in this big challenge, which I've mentioned before and I won't say anything else about because it still hasn't been fleshed out and I don't know how much she would be comfortable with me divulging just yet. This is only my second time drawing Aleksei, and the first time was a sketch, so it was fun to actually colour him for once. So I'm back to using markers and coloured pencils today, and after the 3 marker challenge, I just felt like I had so much choice colour-wise. It was actually almost a bit daunting. I haven't coloured anything since the 3 marker challenge until now, so I don't know, it threw me off a bit. I didn't actually like the colour scheme I chose for this. I had an idea in mind that I wanted to make Aleksei quite monochromatic, and then I picked up the blue marker instead of the black marker, and it didn't really work. So then I decided I'd try to make the colours that he was wearing and the colours that she was wearing quite similar, and I don't know, I just don't really like it. I probably should have planned a bit more. I feel this video was a little bit rushed. I kind of just... The first video I had an idea for didn't really work, and I was panicking because I really wanted to do something. So I thought, oh, I'll just colour this, without really sitting down and planning it out, and it probably shows. I'm fairly happy with the end result, but it could have been better. This is also my first time using Faber-Castell coloured pencils, as you'll see a little bit later on, and I bought those a little while ago. I usually use Crayola coloured pencils, and I love them, don't get me wrong, I just felt like I'd try to upgrade. I haven't quite decided if I consider the Faber-Castell pencils to be an upgrade yet, since I have only used them for this picture, and I don't feel like this picture is really a fair test of what they can do. So far, I like them about the same as my Crayolas, I think. I'm sure there are people who are going to watch this and think, wow, she really doesn't know her art supplies. I know that Faber-Castells are supposed to be quite good colouring pencils, but people really underestimate Crayola. I've been using them for, I don't know, 9-10 years now, maybe? And honestly, I've never found anything I like as much. I would love to try Prismacolor pencils, but they're a bit out of my price range at the moment. I'll list the rest of the materials I used in the description, so then I don't spend half the video talking about the materials when, to be honest, I use the same materials, so if you've seen the past 2 videos, then it's gonna get boring for you if I keep talking about them, so moving on. Now onto the characters. I'll start with Aleksei. As I said, he is my friend, the MS Goth Girls character. His name is Aleksei. He is 21 years old, he is originally from Russia, and he is an acrobat with the circus. A circus. And he is a witch, I suppose. He has magical powers, so we're calling him a witch. He has a younger sister named Nadia, who I have drawn before, and if you follow me on DeviantArt or Instagram, you've probably seen her. I draw her a lot more than I draw Aleksei, actually. So it's funny that he's the first one to make it into a video. I won't say much more about Aleksei for now, since he's not actually my character. I don't want to give away too much information if my friend doesn't want it to be out there yet, so that's it for now on Aleksei. As for Artemis, you've met her before, you're practically old friends. She's 17. She doesn't have a set nationality because I'm not setting her story in our world as such. It's based on our world, real life history and things, sort of loosely, but it is set sort of in an alternate universe. She was inspired by the Greek goddess Artemis. She isn't actually supposed to be the Greek goddess Artemis. I'm not entirely sure if said Greek goddess will exist in Artemis's story, but that's where I have taken inspiration from. And so you can see that in a lot of her clothing. It is inspired by ancient Grecian clothing, but I mean, it's obviously not exactly like that. I've also taken inspiration from sort of African tribal clothing, not necessarily for this particular piece, but that's something I have in mind for other outfits and other aspects of her character and her lifestyle and the place she comes from. For this particular piece, I did look at Grecian style clothing for the sort of soft pink bit over the front. I don't really know what to call it. It's not really a tabard, but that. I also looked at sort of Old English armour for her shoulder plates, and I mean very, very loosely. As you can see, I didn't use those references exactly. I've just taken very, very loose inspiration from it for this particular piece. I did rely on them a bit more heavily for my 3-marker challenge piece because I wanted that to actually look like armour, whereas this, it's not serious armour. This is more for decoration, I suppose. I don't really know. As for the character herself, she's based on a few different characters. First and foremost is obviously the goddess Artemis. I mean, her connection to the moon and darkness and nighttime, obviously that's based on the Greek goddess. I also draw her with a bow and arrow sometimes. I think once I've done that. But I haven't quite decided if I actually want her to fight with a bow and arrow just yet. I see it a lot, and not just for characters named Artemis, just in general. I like it. I want to do something different. Maybe. I might eat my words. Her appearance itself has also been influenced by a few different characters. The main one I can think of is Rapunzel from Tangled. Maybe not the one we see in the movie so much, because I know I've mentioned that to friends and they can't see it, but I did use a lot of the concept reference pictures when I've been sketching Artemis, and they've definitely influenced the way she looks now. I think her freckles were probably influenced by Anna and Elsa in Frozen. I know so many characters have probably been influenced by that movie, but I just really liked it. And Artemis and her brother Apollo are supposed to spend a lot of time outside in the sun. Their country is supposed to be quite sunny, so I felt like the freckles worked quite well, and I don't actually have any other characters with freckles, so I thought it would just sort of set them apart a little bit as well. I'll leave it there for now with Artemis, because I would actually like to make some introduction videos for my characters where I talk about them, their personalities, what has influenced me to make them the way they are, just because if I do draw them a lot and they end up in a lot of the videos, I don't want to be repeating myself and boring you all, so I'll get those up at some point when I've actually sketched the pictures out. I'll wrap things up now since we're quite close to the end of the video. I'm sorry again that this video is a little bit rushed. Originally I was going to film myself sketching a picture for a friend, but the second I sat down to sketch in front of the camera, nothing wanted to come out right, so I think I need to build up my confidence a little bit more before I actually start sketching on screen. I would just like to say thank you again to everyone who has been watching my videos and offering me advice and support and all of that good stuff. If you have any suggestions, or if there is anything in particular you'd like to see or hear about, if you want me to draw something in particular, then please feel free to suggest it and I'll see what I can do. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone!